Again, welcome to part 67 of my Kingdom Come Deliverance hardcore difficulty all DLC playthrough. Here we are again in the wonderful world of Kingdom Come Deliverance. Let's just wander out and have a look. The lovely water progressing by. Head up to the castle. Ratte on the hill. Can't remember whether it is daylight or we going down, or are we coming up in the day? Oh, we're ending the day. Now I gotta have a quick look, see where we're up to last time. So we do obviously have the main quest line to continue with, but we'll see if we come to that tonight. We might do a little bit on that tonight, but we won't go too far on it. We still have honeyed words. Ah, that's right. We're waiting for nighttime to sneak the necklace into Carolina's trunk. We tried to go there during the day, but apparently it's now off limits to us. The butcher is aware that Sir Hans has got his eye on her daughter. So we have to be able to, and of course, by the latest French traditions, French fashion is we have to do it secretly. Right out on the second mission with Kuno's band. So definitely go do that as well, probably tomorrow, as in tomorrow in daytime, in game time. And the Ring of Bacchus, which of course is with the Band of Bastards quest as well. We'll probably do that before we ride out. Okay, so we do want to wait until nighttime, so we might just go to sleep now and then wake up sort of in the middle of the night and be ready to go do some sneakeroos in the middle of the night. Do we have any books to read? Maybe Rule of St. Nicholas III, perhaps. I don't think I can read Alchemist Dream yet. Let's sit. I'm not skilled enough to read that other one yet in terms of my alchemy ability, but I think this is... Oh, is this pickpocketing? Ah, I can't do that one either. My pickpocketing skill is quite low. Yeah, only level 7. So they're probably my two lowest. Pickpocketing and... where's the other one? Alchemy. Yeah, both level 7. Yeah, the two that I probably have completely ignored. Everything else, pretty high level in really, but yeah. The old alchemy, pickpocketing. So, we will sleep and save, and we will get up in the middle of the night and try and do this for Sir Hans. Try and, let's give ourselves plenty of time, shall we? Let's go to about there. We're on full energy anyway. I think we had a pretty late sleep in this day anyway, so give ourselves the best part of the night to try and sneak the necklace in. So most of the townsfolk should be asleep by now. Yep, these two are asleep. Like, perfect. So we'll duck out. You know what I did forget to do? Before we look there at the moon, I did forget to turn the audio up just a smidgen for Kingdom Come compared to Dota, so I don't blast your ears out when I'm doing Dota. Righto. Let's get our torch out so the guards aren't suspicious of us already. Yeah. Now, it is trespassing apparently now, because they've got some extra guards there. Hopefully some of the guards might be asleep at night time as well, is what I'm thinking. Probably moon out over the tops of the trees there. Just canter our way into town. Try and rouse any suspicion. Yes, hello, good sir. Doing a good job guarding the gate. Still a few people awake. Maybe I should have waited another hour. Yeah, quite a few people still actually up. Probably should have waited another. Might wait time if I want to. We'll just see if people are asleep here in the butcher. We'll drop the horse. Where's the dog at? Did I leave him somewhere? I think I left him somewhere, eh? Probably not too happy with me. Dog. Here he is. Have I got any food for you? I'll tell you you're a good boy.
There's the good. That's my boy.
Give you a little bit of praise.
There's the good. That's my boy.
Have I got any food?
Look what I've got.
Sure.
You'll love.
I do. That. Yeah, have some dried meat. Okay, so if I just wander in here, they're gonna get cranky at me. I think I gotta come around the back. This guard's going out, which is good. This is the butcher's joint. G'day, Tetra, etc. Welcome, welcome. Now we will remove any sort of armor here that's gonna make us sound noisy. Ring doesn't make a difference. Necklace doesn't make a difference. That one doesn't make a difference apparently. We'll leave it on. Give ourselves a little bit of charisma to work with if we get... Now, dog. Stay.
Wait here for me. Stay.
Why is baby waking up? Your baby? Dunno. Maybe not a happy chappy. Now we are trespassing now apparently. There's no shop guard here as there was during the day, so we're already off to a better start. There is a dog here though. Okay, pat the doggo. No, we're not going to pat the doggo. The doggo will rat us out. Now, I don't know where we're going in here. Let's close this door. Give it steak. I mean, this doggo looks pretty content because of all the upstairs. All the meat it probably gets, all the offcuts. It's upstairs. I mean, we'll go through this door anyway. Just make sure it's unlocked so it's an additional path we can run. Accidentally curb stomped a dog in GTA last night. Wow. Absolutely shocking. Barbarous. Barbarious, I would say. Barbarous is probably the word. Is this money? Sure. That. I mean, while we're in here, we're not just going to do the quest. I mean, we're gonna have a look around to see anything else that's in here, anything of note. Actually, maybe get some dried meat for our dog. Because, you know, it's not like I have plenty of money to buy it myself. Dried meat, 30, yeah, sure. Let's take that. Everything else can stay there. Sure. Right. Now, we're here, remember. Sneaky, sneaky. I'll be upstairs here, so we're gonna be nice and quiet. Shh, everyone. Shh. Nice and quiet. While we're here, have a look. Nothing of interest, really. Easy does it. Easy does it. Now remember, we had to not get seen. That was the other part of the quest. Easy does it. We're in the clear. Ho ho ho, yes. A good call taking off the armor. Come on, dog. You can come with me again. I should probably put our kit back on so we don't not running around with nothing on, because that'd be a bit suspicious as well, wouldn't it? It looks in perfect nick as well. Baby crying now. Feels bad. I mean, someone once told me that a crying baby is a good thing. Right? Sorry? There was something for me to do here. Or something for me to interact with? Oh, it's just a dog. Crying baby's a good thing, right? So the crying baby means you have an alive baby. Which is always very good. I wonder where this trader keeps all this stuff. Probably in his kit, in his house, his locker. Sorry, where's my horse? I left my horse over here. Over you come. Over you come, horsey. Now, I'm guessing we need to go talk to Sir Hans. Wait until morning before going... Wait until morning. Okay, well, we're off to go do something with this ring. With our band of merry men. Not going to waste the night, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Let's go. Galloping into the darkness. I thought the girl was gonna wake up then. We got caught putting in Hans's love letter, but a love letter and jewelry. Now I reckon these lads might actually still be awake, or at least some of them. Some of them be on guard. They'll have a rotating duty. I doubt I would ride into camp with everyone being asleep. Here we go. Like most of them are asleep. Who wants the...
No, bring it off.
Who wants the ring next?
Leave me be.
Three of them asleep. Got people be on guard down in the southern part. There's three. Guess he'll be asleep in here, won't he? Yeah. Don't want to talk to him because we don't want to ride out yet. There's three asleep, so that should leave three awake. Alright, my reckoning. Oh no, here's another two.
Why are you waking me? Go away.
Is there only one on guard? Is there none on guard? Who? Who are we missing? Dangler? Jakey. One of the Behrman brothers, I think. Jan Behrman. Fletching. Stone. Unless he's asleep over here. Not on guard here. Might actually have to wait till morning. But there's one unaccounted for. Are they up on the hill? Surely someone's on guard. Oh no, here he is here. Okay.
I want to sleep.
I guess looks like we're sleeping till morning. Righto. Dog, get out of the way. Plenty of beef jerky for the road though. Okay. No one is awake yet? Are you kidding me? More to eat? Been hungry waiting around. Well, you lads are lazy, eh? Someone could have come in here and slit all your throats. You're all asleep. What sort of a band of mercenaries are you? I mean, it makes sense. Baby's asleep, so are all the mercenaries. They're all asleep too. Someone just could have come in and slit their throat. Luckily, I'm not that someone. Luckily, I'm not that someone. I mean, it makes sense. They're not regimented guards, are they? Okay, they're all awake. Now, who wants the ring? Stone? No, go and see Sir Hans. Yes, I know I can go and see Sir Hans. No, I don't want to know something about yourself. The ring. Yeah, it's like I'm playing two games that are both got a ring involved. No, this is the. I don't want to talk to you. This is the little game that the mercenaries play amongst themselves, basically. Little game that they play. Yeah, trying to find. Here we go. Talk to Jakey. Maybe he knows what's up. Hello. I don't want to know something about yourself. We already went through that. I want to know who wants the ring. I need to wait. You know what I'll do? Where's the horse? Let's go back and see Capon, and we'll come back, and hopefully these guys are all awake by then. Lazy bunch of mercenaries. If I ever saw a bunch of mercenaries, these are a lazy bunch. They're asleep. The sun's up. They've set no post of guard during the night. Guess we'll go and see if Capon is satisfied with our wingman expertise.
Yeah.
Our wingmanning efforts. I mean, we've done a fair bit for him. We've recovered the family jewelry. We've snuck it in. Yo.
How are you, Henry?
Yeah. Where are you running to? Where are you running to?
The Lord be praised.
I delivered the things as you asked.
I already know. My spies told me everything. She was wearing the necklace this morning as I asked in the letter.
Nice.
So you'll go to the rendezvous with her?
Certainly not.
Oh.
I'm not going to pounce on her like a bull in rutting season.
Well, he's got some
Her feelings
class.
must be allowed to mature gradually. Meanwhile, you'll get a potion
A
for her.
potion
I thought
for
you
you.
didn't believe in witches' brews.
This is no witch's brew. It's an absolutely tried and tested elixir called Musk of Infinite Allure.
Oh, a bit of
There's
deodorant.
a
Bit of
fellow in
medieval
Sussex
deodorant.
who sells it, and he guarantees its success.
Musk of Infinite Allure? Sounds irresistible. All right, I'll try and get it for you.
Not
sure I
right.
can
Not
rely on
right
you.
away.
Here's some coin for your costs.
Oh yes, of course. 425. Does it cost that much? Does he run into the baths? Is he in that much of a rush to get to the baths? This is the Lord of the Province, or the soon-to-be Lord of the Province, running off to the baths at 7 o'clock in the morning. Now, the man in Sasau, of which he speaks, I believe, is our friendly. Yeah, he's not in Sasau anymore. He's in Ladeshko. Yeah, that's our charlatan, our traveling salesman, who we helped out in Sasau since the mob wanted to get him. I mean, and rightly so. He's a con artist, but we didn't want to see him killed, so we helped him out. Sometimes the guy's just got to run to the toilet. Okay. Sure. Well, we just spoke to Capon, who, in his own words, is not going to pounce on the girl like a bull in rutting season, but is instead going to allow her emotions to mature gradually. And we now have to go get some medieval deodorant for him. But that can wait. The medieval deodorant can wait because he's gone off to the baths. Now these guys are all up. Perfect. This is what we want. Right, let's go. Who wants the ring? I'm going to find out about the... No, not you. So I want to do this quest before we go too far. Maybe you want it?
What's it about, Stefan?
Ah, Henry.
Here we go.
The very man
He
I
wants
wanted
the
to
ring.
see. I heard you got the ring from Dangler and gave it to the stone.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Let's not beat around the bush. I could use your help too.
So
I
the
think
ring,
stone
whoever has
had
the ring when they
more
go to the
enough,
tavern,
if you
the-
get what I'm saying.
the Lord pays for all their drinks.
I'll help you. I've got nothing
So it's
else
a little
to do anyway.
contest they have.
I want to steal the ring from the stone while he's asleep. But that fella sleeps with one eye open. He needs a little help with sleeping soundly. And I've got a feeling you're the kind of man who knows how to arrange that kind of thing.
What? I'll pinch it from him. I'll bring you a potion. I won't help you. Ah, okay.
Sure. I'll bring you some sleeping
I
potion.
think I've got some.
Great. I knew
On
I
me.
could count on you. And if you happen to come across that ring, all the better.
Get Steven some lullaby potion. I think I've got lullaby potion, right? Haven't I got some on me? Lazar. Ah, I don't have lullaby. Dang it. Alright, so we need to get some lullaby potion. Righto. I mean, let's... Guess we're going to Ladeshko either way now. Because we can get some lullaby potion from the medicine lady behind Ladeshko. And there's a small chance our charlatan actually has some. Where am I going? Where's the road? Here it is. Where is he? Sleep in the tavern or... Oh, no, here he is, yeah. Musk of Infinite Allure. Why do I think this is not going to be easy? It's not going to be as simple as just buying it, is it?
Who have we here?
Ah, the prodigal son returns.
Yes, of course.
I knew you'd come back to me one day.
Let me guess. You saw it in a dream?
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, I had a divine revelation. But next time I won't be around to pull you out of the shit.
Oh, well, I am sorry. But these things are sent to try our fortitude in the
Face of adversity. Yeah, just keep
I'd
throwing
like
in
to try
big
your
words.
fortitude.
Musk of Infinite Allure.
I've heard you know of some irresistibility potion or whatever it is.
Oh, naturally.
Naturally.
Musk of infinite allure. An age-old recipe. Maybe even older.
Tested by
Tested
Moses
by
himself.
Moses.
Wow.
Or how do you think he managed to get his people to follow him through the desert for
gee.
40 years? It's extremely potent.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it would seem. How much do you want for it?
Who do you take me for? The wisdom of the ancients isn't something that's bought and
Okay,
sold
so how do
in
I-
the marketplace. To Jesus,
I'm
charge
sure
for his
you'll
miracles.
accept
But
a
since
nice
you
sum.
ask, how about this much?
Yes, but since you ask, 2k, sure, I've got plenty.
That's not much.
Go, give it to me.
Really? All right.
Double then.
What? Why? You... Oh, why do I even bother?
If you like, I can mix the elixir for you in exchange for a small favor.
Of course
Oh,
there
not
is.
again.
Now, is that any tone to use with your master? For shame.
Your master.
Apologies, master. I was carried away by my thirst for knowledge.
Yeah, that's it. Throw
I
the words
understand
back.
your
Yeah, throw
impatience.
the words back at him.
But the way to wisdom is narrow and arduous.
And leads out the window.
What do you want help with?
So what is it you want from me now?
Oh, my dear apprentice, everything's gone to the devil. I'm living from hand to mouth.
Sleeping on straw, gee, like
and
everyone
the local
else.
peasants won't buy it. They say they don't trust me, as if I was some kind of charlatan.
Oh, you?
Can you believe
Some kind
Does
of
this look to you
charlatan.
like the face of a swindler?
Yes.
I'm an
Do I get an option
honest
for that? I don't
trader
get an option.
of Sacred goods, whose only concern is the welfare of troubled
Spoken
souls.
like a true swindler.
A regular good Samaritan.
And
Henry
any
is a
time now
charlatan.
the slanderous gossip will spread here from Sassau. I should leave before things get worse. But I can't go anywhere until I've made a bit of coin.
I do hoodwink
So,
people
what's needed
every now and
is
again.
to give the locals a bit of encouragement, to open their hearts and purses.
No violence.
I'm not going to go around beating people for you.
What do you take me for?
This guy would know
I
how to do a
wouldn't hurt
barrel
a
roll for
fly.
sure, mate. And if he
Violence
didn't,
is for the
he'd
dull,
sell
Richard.
you to
We
someone who would.
Gently demonstrate to them the necessity of buying my remedies. For example, to ward off a revenant.
Revenant? What revenant?
Well, the dead return from the grave. A corpse that the soul is unable
So
to depart
we're gonna make the people
which
think there's a ghost
wanders
around,
among
are
the
they? So they're gonna buy stuff from you.
filled
We're
with
gonna
rage
scare the
at its
town.
wretched fate.
Yeah, I saw something like that once. But it was just some drunk going home from the tavern after losing all his money at dice.
Okay.
Don't make light of such things. Now tell me, do you know how to deal
Well,
with the revenant?
What?
Garlic and a crucifix.
I didn't give much
should
time
be
to read
enough,
them.
right?
Those are things everyone should have to repel
I got it right?
malign spirits and other evils. You are my trained apprentice, but the ignorant villager is entirely at a loss how to deal with such dark
I got it
forces.
right.
It is our sacred duty to prepare them for such threats.
And how do you propose to do that?
Sell them some garlic.
Well, they're all doubting Thomases. They need proof. We'll need a grave.
This guy
An
knows
empty
all the
grave
right
that we
things to
can
say,
use.
doesn't he?
There's one along the way to Sassau, but it's got one minor shortcoming.
What's that?
Well,
It's not entirely
not,
empty.
Entirely empty.
Not entirely. What does that mean?
You have to dig it up first.
Why this particular grave?
Yeah.
The locals don't like to talk about it, so it's surely got some sinister past behind it. And in places like that, revenants sprout up like mushrooms after rain.
Of course.
Well, if that's how it is, we could open old wounds. That could easily set people against us.
Again.
Then it would be best if no one could connect us to it, wouldn't it?
I need a spade,
I'll need a spade then.
Yes, dig it up and remove the remains, leaving no trace.
And what am I to do with the remains?
Keep them. Human
Keep
remains are
them?
always handy to have around.
Great. And how do we spread the word of this revenant?
There's a gossip in every village. Here, too, a woman who'll spread news quicker than a dozen messengers on the fastest steeds.
What should I
And
say
what
to
am
her?
I to tell this gossip?
All you have to do is casually mention the empty grave.
Casually mention the
Before
empty
evening,
grave.
I'll wager the
This
whole
sounds like
village
when
will
you're
know.
when you're trying to
Where
talk
does this
to
woman
a
live?
talk to someone you
last
fancy,
house on
and you
the
just
left, on the
casually
road to
bump into
Sassau.
them.
She was the first person I met here, and
Just
by the time I
casually
reached the
run into
village
them at the
green, I already had
supermarket,
a
you know.
mob looking suspiciously
just casually
The
pass them,
rumor-mongering fishwife.
on your way to the
And that's
same
all?
class or something, just to
Not
be a casual.
You should ask her
coincidences.
who was buried there. So we've got a story to work with.
I'd be listening to
So,
this.
dig up the grave,
Talk to the gossip.
And the remains. Don't forget to remove them. Otherwise, no one will believe in the revenant.
I might have known any task for Capon would turn into some insane escapade. Grave robbing.
Yes.
Jesus.
Of course it did. Now, have you got any training for
God be
me?
with you.
Training. No.
Will you teach me?
Certainly.
Well,
It's the two things I'm no good
would you
at.
teach?
Certainly.
Oh, I
I'm
can get that
interested
one.
in more.
All right.
Cool. Pay.
Now, pay close attention. See you later.
Oh, nice. Yeah, would you happen to have lullaby potion? Is my next question. No, of course not. Of course she wouldn't. But, skill point. Alchemy. Potions, you have I don't care about money. Healing potions will be 50% more, but also intoxicate you. The stronger the healing effect, the drunker it will make you. Good and cooked food in your inventory will support. I don't care about that. Don't care about poison weapons. Don't care about selling price. So the only one that would be really useful is 50% heal you more. Let's grab that. A little bit of intoxication will be fine. We got plenty of drinking skill. Right, let's go then to the herb lady with this lullaby potion, and probably on the way back through, dig up a grave and talk to the town gossip. Spread a few rumors, as it were. Path. Oh, bit of a tight bend there.
Yeah.
Stairs? Concreted stairs, excuse me? Right.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
God be with you.
are you kidding me? Doesn't have it? Have I not come across a lullaby potion? Actually got to make it myself.
I'd like to talk to you about.
What about it?
Yes. Well, in a way. There was no ghost. Just a guilty conscience and past wrongs. The truth and an atonement cross helped where smudging and casting spells didn't.
And what else are ghosts but the result of a guilty conscience? Don't take the dead lightly. You could have managed without the cross, though, if you'd really done as I told you.
There's no ghost.
It was no ghost.
Well, aren't you the clever one? But you're young yet. Life will teach you. Here's some herbs and a potion for your efforts.
Oh,
Thanks. I just wanted to tell you what.
Don't tell me anything. Save your wisdom for yourself.
lullaby
Like I
potion.
said,
Is it too much to
don't
hope for?
take the dead lightly. God be with
Free
you.
nettle, wow. And 6 chamomile. 4 St. John's wort. Marigold. Is there an alchemy bench? Do I have... Read. Excuse me? Go back. Dog got in the way. Seriously. Read. Do I have the one for lullaby? I think I do. Actually having to do alchemy. Lazarus. Where is it? Poison, preserver, lullaby. Oh yeah, 1 poppy, 1 herb Paris, 1 thistle. 1 poppy, 1 herb Paris, 1 thistle. 1 poppy, 1 herb Paris, 1 thistle. Write it down so I don't come back here. Right. Do I have any of those? Nope, of course not. Right, let's check.
God be with you.
Herb Paris, one of those. One thistle. There's one poppy, grab that. And one thistle. Fantastic. Alright. Alright. Now I need to that page again. It was a fair way in, wasn't it? So flip, 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 flip. Complicated one, is it? 3 ingredients. At least it's daytime so I can read it. I'll try and do it at night. Right. Cannot lull themselves sneeze me make, wounded stop sleep, let them bruise and have piss. Do not drink it often though, it may dull your wits. For a crying child, use only half the dose. Prepare oil, a handful of poppy, 1 of the thistle and 1 of the herb Paris. Yep. Drop the poppy in the cauldron and boil for 1 turn. Add the thistle and boil for 1 more turn. Leave to cool and then add herb Paris. So, 1 handful of poppy in cauldron, boil, then thistle and boil. Poppy and then thistle with oil. Okay, oil. Put it in. The oil in, right. Drop the poppy, herbs. Herbs. Can I get out the herbs now? Reset. Inventory. One. Herb Paris, poppy, thistle. Right, let's try again. Oil. Terrible memory for this. That's why I hate doing it. Drop the poppy in the cauldron and boil for 1 turn. Poppy. Cauldron. And boil for 1 turn. Okay. So get it boiling. Okay. That. The thistle. Cauldron. Boiling. And the hourglass. 1 more on the bellows. Righto. Then leave to cool and then add the herb Paris. Boil them for more than 1 turn. Hopefully that doesn't wreck the recipe. Leave to cool. Come on, cool off, cool off, cool off. Okay. So that's not cool yet. Still steaming. Wait for it to cool. Righto. So Paris. Tuck that in as well. Oh, and that should be it. Grab our vial. And split the potion. Should be 1 lullaby potion. That's the hope anyway. Okay. Yay, Salty! How are you going today, sir? brewing some potion to put a lad to sleep, so we can yoink a ring from him. All in good fun, of course. All in good fun. Bit of a game amongst the lads. You're alright? Fantastic.
In the temple of Jerusalem.
Yeah, I'll come back to, we're gonna do, hang on. What are we doing for him? Dig up the grave and remove the remains.
Yeah.
Go do that then while we're here. Trying to convince the town that there's a revenant, so people will buy from the local swindler. That's the plan anyway. Of course, I get the feeling there's a strong chance it could just backfire, and the people will hate us. Well, hate him, more to the point. Guess they'd hate me as well because I'm helping him out. Where are we? Up on this hill, wasn't it? There we go. Wonder what happens if you dig up this grave before you come to this side quest. Wonder if that like makes a difference. And remove the remains. Thorax. Wow, we're actually gotta manually remove them. Okay. The old cranium out. He wasn't buried in a sack. Ema. Okay. Talk to the local gossip. We can do that on the way back through as well. On our way back to the lads. Where is the local gossip? That's the question. Actually right next to the... Walking down the main street. Okay. Now we got to casually mention that we saw a grave that now doesn't have any bones in it. That was the instruction. Just casually mention. Hello.
God be with you, good wife. Has something happened here?
Heavens no. It's quiet here. Unlike some other places.
Oh, and you wouldn't like
What about that empty grave?
What empty grave would that be now?
The one beyond the village, alongside the road to Sasau. Just by the river, on the Pine Headland.
How would you know it's empty? Unless it was dug up.
Oh, it's dug up all right. Freshly. And empty. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
Oh, yes.
Lord in heaven. What in the name of...
How come it's not in hallowed ground anyway? Only unrepentant sinners are buried like that.
Just fanning the
like
fire
to
a little bit
say.
here.
It's an old wound that's best forgotten.
Whose grave is it?
Well, once a long time ago,
best
there was a young
forgotten.
charcoal burner
She then
here with his
continues
wife.
to
There was
tell the
always a lot
story.
of charcoal burners here, but this fellow worked alone. That's not an easy job for one man.
No one wanted to work with him or what?
Oh, he was a hard-headed fellow who always wanted to take care of his family himself.
Ambitious, was
I
he?
can understand that. It's always better to work for yourself than break your back for someone else.
His wife was expecting, though no one knew it yet. He wasn't doing well at all. Soon enough, they had nothing to eat, and so he took to thieving.
No way I felt.
Well, I can understand him. To watch your family suffer like that. What could he do when they were going hungry?
If we'd known how badly off they was, folk would have helped out. But he kept his troubles to himself.
And did he get caught?
Of course he did, I'm
Well,
guessing.
at first it was just a few eggs going missing from people's hen coops. But then it was anything that wasn't nailed down. And in the end, they caught him.
And I suppose he was harshly punished for it.
Harshly punished.
Even then, he didn't let on why he was doing it. They whipped the skin off his back and banished him from Leditchko.
So justice was done then?
It wasn't enough for some folk. When the butcher found out he'd never get any compensation, He wanted them to chop off the
Chop off
charcoal
his
burner's
hands.
hands. If the bailiff hadn't talked sense into him, he'd have done it himself with his cleaver.
Well, he got off
Wowzers.
lightly enough then.
And in the end, he got what was coming to him, and more.
The butcher caught up with him.
No.
No, no. It was the mills of God turning slowly but surely. His wife bled to death in childbirth, and the child died with her.
God have mercy on their souls.
That's a harsh one.
Amen.
Nothing could have been done to save them.
There was no one there. He had no one who would care for his wife. They say on that day he parted ways with God forever, and he turned his back on the village too. I reckon he never forgave himself, nor us.
Gee, that
either.
is a pretty savage
The
wound.
Lord moves in mysterious ways.
Left probably best.
But how did he end up?
Don't ask me that, lad. I beg you.
Well, I'm asking.
Come now, good wife. You can't leave the story unfinished.
I said no. Will you let it lie?
Oh, what? I want to find out what happened. What, did he commit suicide, did he? Maybe. I mean, his wife and child
Buy
died
my
because he was
potions
stubborn.
made from magical herbs.
Book to the charlatan. Well, we're here, we may as well.
I know who was buried in that grave. A young charcoal burner.
So begins the tragic tale of the young charcoal burner who became entangled with
This
the
guy's
devil
so full of himself.
Oh, don't start.
Yeah.
What devil? I'm trying to tell you. Ugh. He was from Ledechko. He was trying to eke out a living for himself and his wife, but he couldn't
Henry's
manage.
reaction then
When
was
she fell
about
pregnant,
mine.
He took to stealing.
Pride drove him from the straight and narrow path, and soon
This
he
guy.
sold his soul to
I'm
the
tempted
devil
to pull out the
to
axe
fill
and
his-
just cleave his hands
They
off.
caught him and punished him, but some of the people he'd robbed didn't think it was enough. Then when his wife died in childbirth, and the child too, he blamed everyone for it. Even God, apparently.
But when the time came to pay his
He's
debt
so
to
desperate to
hell,
tell the story.
The devil had no use for his soul, and took his wife and child instead. The charcoal burner cursed God, who struck
God
him
is-
down in righteous vengeance.
This is like the definition of a snake
But
oil
the dead
salesman,
man's
right?
soul never left
I mean, that's
his
what the
body.
developers are going for,
He
and it's
came
good.
back
They nailed it.
as a revenant.
It's very
to vent his
stereotypical.
rage at God and men, and take vengeance on the living.
Jesus, did you listen to what I said at all?
Sorry, did you say something?
Yeah, no.
Oh, never mind. What do you
Didn't
want me
listen
to
to
do
what I
with
said
it?
at all.
Well, the question is, what would the revenant do to get revenge on the villagers? Well, apprentice?
He'd steal things. He stole food.
He was stealing food from people, right? So, supposing he started again.
We should steal from people? Disgraceful. Have you
After
no
you told me to dig up a
Maybe just a
grave.
few eggs from hen coops, like the gossip mentioned.
Well, that wouldn't be too serious a sin. Will they put it down to the revenant, though?
They would, if I put some charcoal there instead.
And their nourishment he turned into ash.
This guy, I can't. I almost can't. I almost can't.
The gossip mentioned the butcher. It seems he was infuriated that the charcoal burner's punishment was too lenient.
And the revenant
Spoil
spoiled
their
their
meat.
meat with his malign touch.
How's that?
Yeah, how's that?
Spoiled meat is a classic example of a revenant's power.
I thought it was the work of bad,
Bad
butchers.
butchers.
That
No,
too.
That too sometimes.
So, I should switch the good meat for bad at the butcher's. What about the butcher woman?
What about her?
Her conscience was troubled on account of her man, and she couldn't sleep. But I helped her, so she's found some peace.
So, no problem then.
What? I'm supposed to scare the wits out of her and start all over again?
All right, if you can find some other solution, you don't have to switch the meat. But I wouldn't worry about her. But make sure it's the same kind of meat. Not even a revenant will turn a cow into a chicken.
They have spoiled meat. His wife
What about
died.
his wife and child? No doubt he'd want to avenge their death
How did they die?
in childbirth.
And when his love
Yeah, the water turned to blood.
Nothing too original. But it's tried and tested. If you do it at the baths, everyone will hear of it.
How am I supposed to do that? It might be a bit suspicious if I'm seen walking around with a pail of blood.
No problem. There's a certain
I certainly
potion
hope we're not going
that
to
will
tip
do
blood
the
in
trick
there.
easily.
He cursed God. That's very serious.
Colour the water in the baths.
What is it that most brings God?
They don't have a church there. But everyone will have a rosary. I can't think of anything else.
That's it! If folks start losing their rosaries, they'll have sleepless nights over it.
You want me to steal rosaries?
Or just exchange them.
For what?
For nothing.
Exchange them for
Great.
nothing. Great.
So,
So stealing.
switch eggs for charcoal.
Switch the meat. Colour
Color
the
the water in the
water.
baths and
Switch the
rosaries.
rosaries.
That ought to do it. I hope so. Of course, if you come up with anything else, don't let me hold you back. Talking to people might give you ideas. Traders, the bailiff.
What if someone sees me in the act?
They mustn't. Otherwise, it'll end up like Sasau all over again. Don't draw attention to yourself, or they'll put two and two together.
Sure. I'll keep my head. And how will I know if I've succeeded? I doubt it'll be announced on the map.
I'll be the first to know. They'll come running to me for a remedy, like hens at feeding time.
Okay.
Off you go and raise hell.
Of course, I'm doing it all. About the
Whatever he did,
remains.
don't you think he deserves some peace?
Dear Henry, after all the poor wretch went through,
Well, he certainly won't have any as long as I'm carrying his bones around.
But you know who those remains could help.
Help? Who?
Ow.
How?
Me, of course. And I'd pay you a nice price for a revenant's bones.
But there is no
Not yet. What do you say?
Sure. Supposing I bury them. Why not?
I think I'd rather bury them.
You could. But what a waste. Imagine the power they could have.
Is there a better
At
option
least
here?
the poor wretch will have peace at last.
Maybe. As long as you bury him in hallowed ground. Otherwise, you're wasting your time.
Like in Ratai, maybe?
Well, that's probably the nearest. That gossip-mongering crone would know.
True, I could ask.
If you must. But for heaven's sake, don't even hint to her what you're up to. See you later.
Okay. That was quite a conversation. So, talk to... Brew the potion, colour the water. Check in with the charlatan. Talk to the trader and the bailiff, they said. What about
Rare
guards?
spices and tinctures, magical elixirs and amulets.
This is the trader over here.
I hope I can be of... Farewell.
Alright. Where's the bailiff at? Is this the bailiff's joint here? Looks like it. Subscribe. I think that is the bailiff's house. But where's the bailiff at? Villager. Guard. Alright. Maybe check out the tavern. Fearless Felix. Alehouse maid.
Jesus Christ. God bless.
Say. Villager.
Good day to you. May the Lord watch over you.
I hope I can be of...
I don't want to play dice. I want to talk to the bailiff about the innkeeper.
I'm at your service.
What's happening around?
Nothing much.
Peace and quiet for the time being.
May the Lord watch over you.
Who are you? Just a villager?
Has your manhood been ruined?
Where is the... Is this the gossip? Alright, okay, so go talk to the gossip then. Since that involves just talking, I think we have to wait for night time to do a lot of these things.
Yeah.
Alright, this... From one thing to the next.
Yeah.
Of course, for Sir Hands, it's gonna have issues. Gossip?
God save.
Good wife.
Yes, lad. What can I do for you?
You know, I can't stop thinking about what happened to that poor wretch.
Have you no consideration for a poor old woman? I told you I don't want to talk about it.
Still troubles me. It might bring you relief.
It might relieve you to talk to someone.
Relieve me from what?
Well, guilt.
Guilt? Why should I feel guilty?
Yeah.
Well, clearly something weighs heavy on your soul, just like the other villagers. The older ones. And I'd say it's connected to that empty grave. Well, that wretch returns as a revenant, and no one does anything. It's not just fear, but more like everyone is expecting some punishment that was bound to come one day.
Oh, you might be right. Maybe it would give me some peace in my old age to finally tell the whole
Yes.
story.
Tell us what happened.
Several people from the village went to have it out with Lev, but he grabbed an axe and drove them off. He swore if anyone came near him, he'd burn their house down. Then he buried his wife and child in the meadows beyond Ledetchko. I saw him carving 3 statues there.
Lev, you say his name was? Hmm. What kind of statues?
There's 3 roughly carved beams there, each with a human face, except the smallest, which has no face at all.
For the stillborn child, I suppose. What happened then?
Nothing. He went back to his work, but never spoke to the villagers again. He'd even go all the way to Rattay for food, rather than talk to anyone
Quite a sad
here.
story.
So he died alone in the end?
Actually, it was the villagers. It was us that killed him.
What?
What? Just on account of his stealing?
No, no. Not long after, fires started springing up in the village. And when the first house burned down, the folk were very angry.
And of course suspicion fell on Lev.
Everyone was dead certain it was him. They all remembered his words.
What about that other woman who burned
Do
the
you
house
know how
down?
arsonists are punished, lad?
No, I don't.
By burning on the pyre. But no one wanted to waste time with the law. We just went to his house at night, smashed in the door and windows, and threw lighting torches inside. And that was the end of him.
Wow.
But the fires didn't stop.
Ah.
So he was innocent?
He was.
Wowzers.
Well, I won't condemn you for it. It's for God to judge, but...
Fires kept going.
May he forgive you for it.
Thanks, lad. I pray every day for forgiveness, and it's a weight off my shoulders to tell someone.
Okay. So... we want to bury his remains with his family, right? I think that's the right call.
Yeah.
Not gonna bury him in Rattay. Up here, off the road. Oh, here we go. Statues. The smallest one looks like it's been wrecked. Can have a face either way.
Rest in peace.
That was good. Quick burial. Wowzers. Okay, so we buried the remains. Place eggs. So we need charcoal as well. Brew the potion to color the water. And we need to go back. So we need some charcoal.
Yeah.
I guess you'd buy charcoal from the trader. Remember, this is all for Sir Hans. This is to get the medieval deodorant, the Allure, the elixir of infinite allure, so that he can smell good. But all of that is now connected to this charlatan lad. How many bits of charcoal? Is it 3? 3.
May the Lord watch over.
Charcoal. There we go. Okay, 3 charcoal.
Rare spices and tinctures, magical elixirs and amulets, miraculous ointments, and remarkable remedies.
Now, do I need to buy the... thing off him? Potion.
What's the recipe for that potion you were
You mean for coloring the water? Ah, well...
Well?
Pay close attention.
I'm all ears.
How love turned once there was a knight.
Come on.
Who, though upright and noble-looking,
Had a prickly, unapproachable appearance. Next.
He fell in love
with a fragile young maid whom he saw with her sisters in a field, all wearing bright red wimples.
But he was afraid his prickly exterior
He asked for advice from another knight, a pious and learned crusader who carried the name of a patron saint of an old
The pious knight told him he would arrange a rendezvous with the maid.
They drink wine together by the river.
Would drink wine together by... This they did.
This guy, seriously.
But the maid fell in love
with the pious knight. The stern knight was enraged and challenged the rival to a duel. The two fought long and fiercely, but they were equally matched, and so in the end they both fell mortally wounded.
Anguished at the tragedy her beauty had caused, the young maid
and plunged it into her own heart.
One of the knights and plunged it in. Their bodies lay together on the ground, and the blood flowed.
Good story, actually. It's a quality story, but I just want to know the recipe.
I thought you were going to tell me the recipe, not some fable.
It is the recipe. I mean, the recipe is concealed in the story.
What on earth for?
So I don't forget it.
All right. So
I can't remember.
Great. So if you don't know, who does?
You'll figure it out, my loyal apprentice. I remember there are 3 plants in the story, but that's about all. But I know it was a simple recipe. It should be enough to grind the ingredients and brew them together for 1 turn. So all you have to do is work out what the ingredients are from the story.
Sure. Why make things simple if you can complicate them?
Grind and brew for 1 turn. So we need to hear it again.
What's the recipe for that potion you were talking?
Pay close attention.
I'm all ears.
How love once there was a knight.
Prickly.
Who, though upright and noble-looking, had a prickly, unapproachable appearance.
Prickly.
He fell in love with a fragile young maid, whom he saw
bright
with her sisters
red
in a field, all wearing
poppies.
bright red wimples. But he was afraid his prickly exterior would frighten her. So he asked the advice of another knight, a pious and learned crusader, who carried the name of the patron saint of his order with pride. The pious knight told him he would arrange a rendezvous with the maid. All 3 would drink wine together by the river.
Or nettles.
And he would help his friend to get acquainted with her. This they did, but the men anguished at the tragedy her beauty had caused. Their bodies lay together on the ground. Take care.
So it's either a thistle or a prickle. A thistle, it says prickly. So is thistles, they're a nettle. So I've got St. John's. I can get poppies from up there. Thistles. Alright, let's try then. Grind and brew for 1 turn. My goodness. Let's go again. Back to the medicine woman. He's got the alchemy bench. Man, turns out we're doing a bit of alchemy today. I mean, we're just collecting some. We got the charcoal to switch. We'll try and collect everything we need first before we'll try and do it all in one night probably. Not that tonight will be the night it looks like. Right, and too early.
Yeah.
Where's the road? Did I somehow just like completely missed the road then? Oh, yeah.
What's the Elvish word for friend?
Bustin' socks. Describe with a tier 1 sub. Bustin' socks. You're a legend. Thank you so much. Welcome, friend. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
God's blessings.
I hope you appreciate the content. Now, I don't know if you just saw that Bustin' Socks, but we are trying to figure out a recipe for something from some story that the charlatan told us. We reckon we need a poppy. Definitely a St. John's wort, which we've got. Thistle or a nettle? Grab a thistle. Grab another poppy just in case we muck it up. No. Alright, let's see what we can brew. Now he said all it will require is grind them and boil them for 1 turn. So that's me. We're pretty much going in blind here. So we want a poppy, definitely. St. John's wort. Prickly was the word he used. I reckon it's thistle. Right. Pure guesswork here. So, we want to grind. This one. We grab thistle. Why can I grab that? Water. I need to put something in. Well, what did he say? I guess just water? I mean, I'm guessing just water. Alright. Wouldn't be spirits or oil or wine. Okay, thistle. Mortar. John's wort. We're going to grind them up. In there as well. And the poppy. Should make it red. Surely it had to have something that was red. Put that in there. Grind them. Grindy, the old mortar and pestle out. And then magically... Nice. Right. Tip into the cauldron. He did say it was a simple recipe, and then boil for 1 turn. Bellows going. Okay, and turn. Alright. Now, It's either these three combination or it's the nettle instead of thistle. But I reckon I'm going for thistle because thistle's got a reddish color as well, right? So that's 1 turn. Right, let's see what we make. Let's see what we get. Will it be the... Potion brewing has failed. All ingredients are lost. Okay, so we got it wrong. Let's try again. This game is so interesting and so in-depth. Yeah, this is the alchemy mini-game, you'd probably say. Let's try again then. How much is it again? I've got all the DLCs, so it'd probably be a significant amount with it all together. I mean, I think it was a $60 game when it came out, which was, what, 4 years ago or so. But I don't think it's that much now. Particularly if you get it on, like, a sale. Let's try nettle then. Try those three. Alright, let's try again. Water. I mean, it wouldn't set you back as much nowadays, I think. I think you'd get it pretty cheap on some sort of sale. I reckon you'd get all the DLCs, which I highly recommend. Screams and CD keys. I think you'd get the DLCs plus the base game for probably $40 now. I mean, it's really worth it. It's really worth it. Let's try this again. Nettle. I mean, if I get it wrong this time, then I'm gonna be annoyed. Maybe it's not St. John's. So this is what we're only gonna change one thing at a time. It's a science experiment. One variable change. So we're not going to change multiple things. Just change the one ingredient. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, when it came out, it would have been full price. But, I mean, if you got it on sale, I reckon you might even get like a 50% sale. I mean, I could look it up on Steam right now, but, I mean, in a game, I don't think it'd be... I think you get it pretty good if you waited for like a summer sale or something. Right, let's try it this time. Boil for 1 turn. 1, 2, 3 pulls. Turn that. And let the hourglass run. Oh, more. Okay. Let's get our file. Steam is having a pretty nutty sale right now. Let me look. Yeah, I mean, I reckon you get it pretty good. Right, let's try. Are we successful this time? Full ingredient. Ha! We're getting something wrong. I mean, we're guessing from a frickin' story. What other ingredients could there be? Is there another one that's got a dandelion? Eyebright, marigold, mint, comfrey. It's got to be poppy, right? Sage. St. John's. I don't know. I'm going to have a think about that. I can't figure out what it is. About $40 for everything. Yeah, look at that. It's, a little bit of guessing. $75 for the $10 item bundle. Yeah, you don't need a couple of those things though. There's like a soundtrack. The acoustic, like you get the. You don't need the soundtrack. I mean, if it's included in the bundle, I guess so. It's good value. It's a really fun game, particularly if you're into like medieval. If you're into medieval stuff, then you'll really enjoy it. I mean, I played the game prior DLCs and post DLCs, and playing with the DLCs definitely feels like a fuller experience. I mean, the game by itself was good, but it definitely fills it out a bit more when you have the DLCs. Just adds a bit more life to it. And the DLCs are good. They're actually good value for money. They're not just crummy little things. Like this Band of Brothers here is one of the DLCs. Like you're building your own town. The Privers Love It is one of the DLCs. I need to talk to Fletcher. Like everything you've seen today is actually DLC content.
I've got that potion for you. A few drops in the stone's drink and he'll sleep like a baby.
I hope not. Babies have a tendency to shut themselves and wake up screaming.
Aye, good. So we've done the next step of that. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Right. If you're watching over on YouTube, that's going to be the end of episode 67. So be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.